Hi guys, it's Anita. I'm here to do a quick share of a project that I just completed. I've been making Christmas cards to donate and to participate in Christmas crafts all year 2020 challenge, but I wanted to make something for myself that I can keep. So let me show you what I made. These are the dies that I use. I use the flamingo out of this die. I use some elements out of this old K and Company. It's just like an ephemera pack. It's really old. I don't even know how old it is. But I used that. I want to say this die right here out of this pack. I used this rosette. I did the small and the medium. And on the small, I still end up cutting it down some because it was a little bit too big. I used this die from AliExpress. And let's see. I used this die to kind of make waves or water. And I used, this is another set from AliExpress. I used a few of these shell dies. This one was way too big, so I didn't use it on my card, but I will use it on something else. So let me show you what I made. Oh, and this is the paper pad. Nice and beachy. It's from 2017. It's called Feeling Naughty. And this paper is actually from the Christmas pad, but to me it went with what I was using it for. Kind of reminded me just of waves and how sometimes you see that coral color in the ocean. So let me show you what I made. This is the first one. I'm gonna say if I have ever made a wand, it was one time. I don't even know where it is, but I've never owned a wand. So I made one for myself, and I really like the way that it came out. Just reminds me of Florida, the beach, just very pretty and girly. So I used some glitter paper, that flamingo die. I cut one of those strips had words on it, so I cut this one out, and I put some of the little bubbles back here. I used a few different fibers on here. This reminded me of netting, if you can kind of see it. And so did I use some, I forgot what this stuff is called, but I used some right there. It's fabric. And my rosette, my wand has two rosettes on it. I did make another one that was a little bit too big because I wanted the second row to stick out. So I had to cut it down. So once I cut it with the Caitlin Lizardi die, I just put it in the paper trimmer and trimmed it to make it a little bit smaller for what I wanted it to be. And I used some Sari silk on here. Some, I don't know why my words were escaping me. Pom-pom trim, some sequins, some eyelash trim. So yeah, this is the first rosette that I have ever had. I've never participated in a swap. I've never received one, so I wanted one for myself. So this is the rosette wand, and I made a matching memorydex card. I used the Heidi Swap memorydex die to make it, and it's finished on the back also. You can still see my little fish eye right there. Another strip that I cut from the paper pad. The rosette that you see in the background is what's initially supposed to be on here, but to me it would have been a little bit too big on that top layer. So I just saved it, and I was able to use it this morning to put this together. The seahorse, the shell, the fish, and this little shell right here are from that K and Company pad, and I've had those forever. I don't even know how old that thing is. And the little waves on the bottom, where's that die? Is right, I use this die, but you can barely see them. They're kind of back there. They're very pretty. And I wanted the bubbles simulated bubbles to be a little bit darker. So I used some distress inks on some watercolor paper and just adhered them down. I put some sequins on there just to give it a little bit of shininess. Stuck some in there. So yeah, that is my memorydex card. I really, really like it, and you can see my flamingo is sparkling. But thank you guys for stopping by, and I've had crafty fun. Now it's time to get to work. I've got a task to get done. But I hope you guys are staying safe, having an awesome, awesome day, and I'll talk with you later. Bye.